All right, welcome back to another one of our film reviews. Today we are talking exciting Chiefs rookie offensive tackle, Kingsley Suamataia. Suamataia is off to a great start for the Chiefs, and we've got a great set of cut-ups here to highlight everything he'll be bringing to this Chiefs offense. As always, if you appreciate this content, give us a like, give us any comments with any feedback you might have, but without further ado, let's jump right into the film. All right, we're going to open up with a running play. There is Suamataia right there at left tackle, number 76 on the right side of your screen. This is a really cool design by the Kansas City Chiefs, as Andy Reid's known to do. They're going to bring the receiver in motion across this direction right here to get defense flowing that way. They're going to get all the offensive linemen take the gap to their left inside, working over like this. They're going to take this H-back position right here, lined up as an H-back, bring him across the formation to be the lead blocker. And the running back, let me clean this up a little bit. He's going to take this path and then get north and south. It's a really cool design here. But folks, I want you guys to watch Suamataia right here at left tackle. He shows off incredible punch, incredible power. He's a great pass protector, and we'll get to that. But this play really stood out to me. Let's check it out. All right, there's the motion. There's the snap. You can see the offensive lineman working to their left, the right side of the screen. You can see 12 working across the formation right there. You can see he's leading in the whole, running back ducking up north and south, trying to get what he can, right? It's a really cool design, right? Motion here is trying to pull the linebackers away. Number 85, I believe that's 85-25, can't quite tell for the Lions. He doesn't really fall for it, which means during a game, they would actually hand that off on a speed sweep for a big play. But it's preseason, so they just run the play as it's called up. But here, let's focus on Suamataia right here. Watch this punch he delivers to this in man on the line of scrimmage right here for Detroit. He gets into him right here. Look at that hand placement. Now watch this defensive end go flying. Boom. Oh my goodness gracious. That is awesome. That is just power, strength, and then throw him out of the screen. Oh my goodness gracious. That is awesome, folks. You talk about power, you talk about punch. You ever hear these analysts, these people on TV, when they talk about offensive tackles, punch and hand placement and pop in the run game and all those cliches? This is what I love to see. Throw him out the club. That is awesome stuff. Incredible power, incredible strength. He's a really good pass protector. Suamataia is a great athlete as well. But I tell you what, folks, he's got a heck of a punch too.
Yeah, Nick, and that punch is highlighted in his scouting profile. When you read about Sumatia, they really highlight his ability to deliver explosive blocks and then maintain engagement throughout the play. This is a guy known for throwing guys around, as you love to allude to. This is a guy that can really move some big time bodies, but on top of that, he's very athletic as well. So I think a great pickup early on for the Chiefs.
All right, let's get into some pass protection. There is Suamataia right there at left tackle, of course. We want to see how he's going to handle protecting Patrick Mahomes, the franchise, the best player in the game right now, number 15. We got to see how he's going to protect his blind side. And right here for the Chiefs, it's just standard pass protection. We're going to get the right side of the offensive line taking the gap to their right, just like this. Center's going to work over this way. And then we're going to get one-on-one opportunities here on the backside for the left side of the offensive line. Now, you obviously can see tight ends lined up here in this situation for the Chiefs. So this edge rusher here for the Lions, he's going to try and jam one of these tight ends before he gets into his pass rush move. This makes it really hard sometimes for tackles, right? Because you're all about getting timing and keeping good relationships. Sometimes a jam will slow up this defender enough to where the inside path opens up. It puts a lot of pressure on tackles to stay patient. Suamataia does a really nice job here. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. You can see how 45 right there is engaging with number 83, the tight end, discards him to get upfield. And you can see how right there, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Suamataia is trying to go out to him because 45 for Detroit is trying to jam up 83. It actually opens up the inside. You see this green grass right here for 45 to go inside. This is not a great position to be in for tackles. This is why I think pass protecting when you've got tight ends next to you can be really, really hard because the timing gets completely thrown off. But watch Suamataia here. Works his feet inside, gets his hands on him, pounds his feet inside, keeps a good base, good hand placement, locks him down, works back outside. Great rep, big play down the field. This is elite level left tackle stuff. Now, look, I know 45, is he an elite pass rusher? Absolutely not. It's not like it's Max Crosby or anything right there. But the fundamentals from Suamataia, they're there, right? Right there, he recognizes he's got the inside open. He pounds his right foot, his inside foot, inside a couple steps right there. Bang, keeps a good base, then reacts out wide right there, flows him upfield, keeps in front of him the entire time. Overall, outstanding rep right here from Suamataia in pass protection. Creates a big play for this Chiefs offense, which again is what they're going to need from him at left tackle. Let's take a look at it from the wide copy right here. There you can see him right there. Okay, right there you can see how the inside is open right there for this defensive end. And then Suamataia, you can see he pounds his right foot inside, keeps a good base. The edge rusher then goes back to an outside move. Suamataia runs him upfield, stays on him. Perfect protection for number 15, hits the open man. Big play downfield for the Kansas City Chiefs. All right, another pass protection here, and there is Suamataia, of course, right there at left tackle for Kansas City. It's going to be an opposite protection here. We're going to get the left side of the offensive line, working the gap to their left. Suamataia working that way, guard looking this way while keeping his right hand inside. Center's going to work to take him over. And then we're going to get one-on-one pass protection on the backside, the right side right here. Now, look, actually, it's going all the way out to number 93 right there, way out there. Now, look, I know it's a gap protection like I talked about, but really what it means is one-on-one with some help with the guard inside. So this tackle right here has to essentially treat it, Suamataia has to treat it as if it's one-on-one protection. This is another elite quality rep from Suamataia. Not only does he handle this pass rush move with just incredible skill, he also shows off his strength and power as well. Turns out to be a really nice rep. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. He gets out in space. I love the timing he does right there with his kick step. Very slow, methodical, keeps a good relationship. Maybe gets a little too far out in front of number 45. You like him to maybe be a little bit more inside and up the field, but overall pretty solid. Gets his hands on him, drops his base, locks him down. Great protection, right? That's winning football. It's what you want from a young tackle, right? This is what you should handle one-on-one against a guy like 45. Suamataia does a great job and then bullies him a little bit. That's what really gets me excited about Suamataia, right? Like we showed on the first play, the running play. Not only does he have the ability to get on people, he's got a little bit of a nastiness to him. And that's what I'd like to see. Throw that guy around. Impose your will. So many times, some tackles, sometimes young tackles especially, they're more focused, and I get it, right, on pass protection, just making sure they solely want to make sure they don't get beat. And I understand completely why. But, impose your will sometimes, right? You lock up a guy, right? You won the rep right here. Great job. Quarterback Patrick Mahomes is going to be able to throw the football, held your block for a really long time. Great rep. How about you impose your will a little bit here? How about you show off some physicality? And that's exactly what Suamataia shows here.
Yeah, Nick, and we see this from Suamataia, and I think everybody in the analytical side of football, especially PFF, has seen it as well. Doing very good in the pass blocking game. Honestly, probably one of the higher pass blocking grades we've seen overall. 77.7 pass block grade for Suamataia this preseason so far. Doing a lot of really great stuff. But I think this is just showing as he gets more used to this NFL and Chiefs offense, we're going to see a lot more out of Suamataia in terms of being a really elite pass blocker.
All right, we've shown Suamataia in base block scenarios right there at left tackle. We've shown him in pass protection. Now that we're going to show him being a great athlete and a smart player to boot here. So here, the Kansas City Chiefs, they're basically going to have everybody blocked down on the offensive line like this. Everyone basically taking the gap over, tight end taking a gap over, and they're going to pull Suamataia around, and he's going to be the lead blocker at the point of attack for a handoff with my man, number 42, Carson Steele, who's a really kind of exciting, kind of great story for the Kansas City Chiefs. Folks, I want to really highlight this. Having your left tackle, your rookie left tackle, pull and be a lead block in like the B gap, C gap area, that doesn't happen very much. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen. Certainly not in a preseason game. Definitely not in a rookie. But Suamataia shows off the athleticism and some smarts to boot. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. You can see the offensive line. They're all working down right there. You can see Suamataia. If I back it up a little bit, he's pulling right there. He's leading the way. So right here, number 83, you got to get moving down the line of scrimmage. Get moving down the line of scrimmage. Get moving, get moving. Got to cover up 42 right there. 42 flies into the gap. 83 is going to be on his hip right there. This play's completely blown up. It's essentially a dead play right here. But here's what I like about Suamataia. Right? He's a great athlete. He's pulling around. That's awesome. Keeping it tight to the line of scrimmage. Great technique from the young tackle. But he also shows the smarts. Because when you're pulling, what they teach is like, listen, even if that's not your responsibility, even if he's pulling up for 51, which is who he's trying to go for, you have to, in this situation, you have to, if you see dangerous color flash, pick him up. And that's exactly what he does right there. He picks up that linebacker right there, flowing the hole, and gives a play a chance. Because if he just keeps running by him, if he keeps running up to 51, 42 blows up the running back for like a 2 or 3 yard loss, right? That's what happens, right? You've got to be smart. You've got to recognize and react. He sees color flash. He says, I got to pick him up, and does a good job stealing it off and turns what could have been a 2-yard loss into a 2-yard gain for the Kansas City Chiefs, which is a 4-yard win, right? Which is those little plays that can really add up. Let's take a look at it from the wide copy right there. You can see him pull right here, following the guard in the hole, sees that color and picks him up. Again, is it an impact block? No. Does it make the highlight reel? But right here, if he just keeps going through this hole like he's supposed to and lets 42 fly, right? 42 makes a tackle right there, what, around the 28-yard line, 29, 28-yard line right there for the Kansas City Chiefs. Instead, Carson Steele gets all the way up to what, the 32, 33. So we're talking about a 4 or 5-yard difference, right? It's the little things that matter. And Suamataia, so early in his career, is showing that he can handle those little things. All right, let's go back to some pass protection. And there's Suamataia right there, of course, at left tackle. And we've shown a lot of what Suamataia is so good at early in his career. But he does, like all rookies, obviously have a few things to work on. This is going to be a one-on-one pass rush right here with this Detroit Lions edge defender, number 45. Suamataia doesn't do terrible in this rep, in this one-on-one situation, but it's definitely an indication that there's some things to clean up. Let's check out what happens here. All right, there's the snap. He gets out in space. Decent enough kick slide. I like that relationship. Not too far upfield. His shoulders aren't square to the line of scrimmage. He's turned a little bit there. I don't love that, but that's not terrible, right? It's all about comfortable. What are you used to? Gets out in space. But right here, he lets him get the outside shoulder. Beats him around. Almost gets pressure on Mahomes. But here's the one thing I like about this play. This is sort of the worst of Suamataia. And if the worst thing of Suamataia is a guy beats you around, you make sure not to hold him, and he runs the loop right that's pretty good, right? His hand placement, right? He kind of missed with his hands. The defensive lineman was able to knock him away right there. You can see how 45 gets his hand in Suamataia's chest, then rips through the outside. That's good technique from the edge defender right there. Really solid coaching by the Lions up front. But again, Suamataia needs to do a little bit better job right there, making sure he doesn't allow the defender to run the hoop and turn the corner like that. But I tell you what, and especially if you see it from the wide copy right here as we go to that, you can see, look how wide Suamataia, even on his worst play, forces this edge rusher right here. He's all the way back to what, the 24-yard line or so? Let's back up to where the snap was, the 15. So again, even Suamataia on his worst, right, still forces the defender to run the hoop 9 yards outside, which obviously with a quarterback like Mahomes, that's what you want. He's smart enough, obviously, to step up in the pocket and deliver the football. So not too bad from Suamataia. But here's the other thing too. Right there, when I watched this the first time, like, he's going to hold, it's going to be a 10-yard penalty, but he lets him go. That's smart, right? Shows his hands, lets the ref know right there. You can see him. Ref's right off the corner of your screen, right off the edge. Ref's over here. Like, hey, I'm not holding, right? I let him go. I let him run the hoop, but I did not hold. I didn't tackle him. Again, smart stuff. Young player, rookie, obviously, but shows a lot of intelligence, a lot of football IQ. And even on his worst plays, it's still good enough to allow the Chiefs offense to function. All right, this next play is another really cool design by the Kansas City Chiefs. So they're going to have the right tackle basically base block the man line of scrimmage. They're going to have the right guard block down on what I'm going to call out a one technique on the center. Center's going to take a step back and be the lead blocker in the hole right here. We're going to have the guard working up to cut off the backside linebacker right there. And Suamataia's got to cut off this backside 3 technique pretty much by himself. That's a really hard block to make. Again, this is a really creative design. Again, they're trying to just run this play in this alley right here. The Lions kind of do a good job defending it. Again, it's preseason, right? If you look at the numbers, the Lions have what? 2 linebackers and a safety in a box. So they've got all the numbers to stop the run here. In real life, no one is going a heavy box against the Kansas City Chiefs. That's a recipe to get absolutely destroyed by Patrick Mahomes. But it's the preseason. You get some weird looks. I want you guys to watch Suamataia right here on this one, folks. He does a really nice job cutting it off, which is really a really tough block. Does a good job. But I want you to focus on his athleticism and his timing and just his pure speed. It's an incredible rep from the young tackle. All right, there's a snap. Look, at first glance, it almost looks like Suamataia is a beat early, right? It's like, I committed a penalty there, right? He's just faster than everybody else, right? He times this absolutely perfectly. I'm going to try and freeze frame it. Snap. Look at Suamataia. Ball's gone. He's moving. Hand, left guard, still on the ground. Right guard, still on the ground. Right tackle, hasn't moved. Tight end over here, hasn't moved. He literally is timing it absolutely perfect. He's also that good of an athlete, right? Keeps moving, allows him to cut off 94. That's great work right there, getting completely cut off. It's a really tough block in this situation for you to cut off a 3 technique with no help just like this. And he does a good job of it, right? But again, I want you guys to focus on his athleticism. It's next level stuff. Because again, snap, you can really see it right there. The ball just started moving right there from Creed Humphrey. And right there, 76, Suamataia is moving. Look at that. Oh my goodness. He's the only guy moving. Only guy on the entire Chiefs offense right here that is moving except for Creed Humphrey. That's incredible anticipation and incredible athleticism from the young tackle. All right, let's end on a really fun play for the Chiefs offense and for Suamataia, who's right there, of course, at left tackle. This is going to be a reverse right here. So the Chiefs are basically going to kind of fake inside run and then hand it to an end around going this direction. Suamataia is going to do a really good job selling the fake. He's going to work down inside right here, trying to force linebackers, safeties, everyone to think it's an inside run, get caught up in all this trash. Then he's going to bounce outside to sprint as hard as he can to try and be a lead blocker again for the reverse coming around this way. Suamataia shows off an incredible amount of athleticism. Let's check it out. All right, there's a snap. You can see Suamataia work down inside. You can see the defense condensing because everyone thinks it's an inside run. You can see a Suamataia release right there. And you can see right there, look how much he sprints. Look how much ground he covers. Gets to number 30, gives him a shove, and allows his buddy, number 12, to clean it up. Number 12 feels really good about himself because he thinks he gets a pancake block right there. But, folks, that's all Suamataia, right? Suamataia completely, basically flattened him, and 12 was able to clean him up. Open this up for a big run. Hold on to the football, please. But, look, this is incredible design. I love this scheme for the Chiefs, right? You focus everyone to condense right here inside, get everyone muddled, and then have guys release. But it only works if you have great athletes. And that's exactly what they have here in the Kansas City Chiefs and Suamataia, right? Let's watch the speed here that he's able to react. Look how much ground he covers. Again, this is, I want you guys to watch. Let me pause it right here. Look at number 30. This is a DB who knows the plays running towards him. Look how much ground Suamataia covers. He basically beats number 30 to the spot. That is great speed. That's great athleticism from the young tackle. And I tell you what, folks, we know he can pass protect. We know he can run block, but his athleticism will be such a weapon for the Chiefs.
Yeah, Nick, we've seen his athleticism on display during a number of these plays. And I don't think people grasp just how athletic Suamataia is. Let's take, for example, a look at someone the Chiefs are very familiar with. We see Tyreek Hill. This is a guy that we all know, super athlete, around 190 pounds. He's reached up to speeds of 23 miles per hour on the football field. Now, Suamataia, a guy that's 315, 320 pounds, almost a full 120 pounds heavier than Tyreek Hill, has reached speeds up to 21 and a half miles per hour on a football field. This guy is over 120 pounds heavier and just about a mile and a half slower. This guy is an absolute athletic freak, and that's why he's made Bruce Feldman's freak list at number 3 overall. This guy is scary athletic.